Aloha, good morning. It's Monday morning, holiday, President's Day. President's Day is also when we have the great Aloha run in Hawaii. So we're not starting work today until 8 o'clock. You can see all the runners down there on Nimitz Highway. I don't know if you can see that with the GoPro. Nimitz Highway is full of runners. Judging by how fast they're running, I'm going to say this is the front of the pack. They're moving way too fast to be the bulk of the pack. Yeah, there's more people back in the back. So the race starts at Aloha Tower. They go along Nimitz Highway, which is shut down for the race. So it's hard for us to do any kind of work because Nimitz Highway goes right around the harbor here. And then they make their way all the way out to Aloha Stadium. Not sure how far it is. It's like probably close to 7 miles. Some run, some walk, some stroll. It's all for charity. I've never done it. But we can see the Monday ship is in. It looks like the decks are cleared. It's just a little after 7:05 maybe. Let's go take a look at the yard. Yeah, I haven't been making videos lately. I thought I was just being lazy, but then I thought about, you know, what I've been up to. Last week I worked 48 hours. Then I also worked 3 hours with my brother doing sports photography. We painted our house, which I didn't have to do the painting, but I had to move all the furniture off the lanai and flower pots. Renewed my license and my TWIC card. Did some laundry, made some meals. So I guess I've been busy, but I didn't do any YouTubing. So oh well, we're gonna try to do better this week. There's the yard. It's pretty packed right now because all the trucks are in the yard, but it's not too busy. Usually when it's super busy, the fence line is completely filled with containers. So it's not really busy, but it's busy enough. Again, it's hard to go anywhere because Nimitz Highway is closed down, so we'd come out and we wouldn't be able to go down Nimitz Highway. We'd have to go an alternate route, which is back this direction. And then, you know, everything revolves around the harbor, and Nimitz Highway goes around the harbor like a belt. So yeah, we just wait until the run's over. Around 9-10 o'clock things clear up and we get to work. See, the police are turning away traffic. Because especially right now, you can't even get across Nimitz Highway. You can't even go across it. Anyway, we're going to head on down, talk to the drivers. We get started at 8, so I'm not sure what truck I'm driving this week. That's another thing. Making a way to work. So it's about 1 o'clock, maybe, yeah, 1:02. We just finished up our 6th movement of the day. Yeah. We brought back an empty from a textile distributor here to the shipping terminal, Santa Ana. The shipping terminal is out to lunch, but it's 1 o'clock now, so they're going to be coming back any minute. Decks are all off. My guess is they're Probably going to start loading, but this is the largest Matson ship in the fleet, so maybe they still got some unloading to do. This ship, I think they have to unload to a certain point, and then they have to start reloading in order to get the last unloading done. But what do I know? I'm just a truck driver. So this trucking job here in Hawaii is mostly intermodal. Intermodal is the containerized shipping. And most of my day is spent hooking up, moving a container probably less than 7 miles, dropping it off, unhooking, doing the paperwork. And I can usually do that whole sequence in an hour. So we've done that 6 times so far today, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have no idea what we're going to do next, so we'll do it together. Give dispatch a call, see what they got to say.
Hello.
Hello, Bob Tailing in Matson.
10 for copy. Let's go pick up empty at. Hold on. Let's go get empty from performance radiator, please. Container number over there is 270269.
270269.
Yep, performance radiator. Kiko Wayana.
10-4.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. So we're gonna go pick up an empty from an auto parts, bring it back here to the shipping terminal. They're located about 3.5 miles away. So let's write all that down so we don't forget. So my truck is down. I don't know, because my truck is one of the older spare trucks. I think the mechanics are trying to get rid of the older trucks so they can bring in newer trucks. So they don't, for whatever reason, they don't want to repair the diesel leak that I have. It's sat for a week. It's an hour job to fix it, and they didn't do it. So I drove somebody's truck who was on vacation. But now I'm driving another driver's truck, which I don't mind. I used to be a relief driver, so I'm used to driving different trucks every day if I have to. But this truck is a lot like the triaxle I had. It's about the same wheelbase. It's another big truck, and it's one of our newer trucks. This truck is about 10 years old. Has less than 300,000 miles on it, which I'm not used to that. So it's in fairly good condition. It's long. It's got a nice big motor. The AC works good. The radio works good. I got no problems with the truck. It's got a wet line on it, so they use this for hauling the tilt deck that we have. But he's just getting some dental work done, so he'll be back on tomorrow. Who knows what I'll be driving tomorrow. We're all unhooked already. Because it's such a big truck, we leave the landing gear up so it lowers when we pull away. So that's, on this truck, when you hit the airbag release, it makes that squeaky noise. Terminal. Head up to a little lane called Kiko Kowena lane. We have a few customers up there, primarily this auto parts, and the other one is the telephone company. Again, it's only like 3.5 miles away. First we gotta outgate though. The breakdown on a normal run is usually if a run takes an hour to do, you're going to spend 15 minutes or so post tripping or pre-tripping, you know, hooking up and unhooking the trailer. That's about 15 minutes of your time. You're going to spend about 15 minutes of your time just filling out all the paperwork and making sure you got all that straightened out. You're going to spend about 15 minutes driving. In this case, we'll spend 15 minutes getting up there and then 15 minutes coming back. And then another 15 minutes or so just waiting for things like your outgate ticket. We'll get our ticket, then make our way up there to the auto parts. Today being a holiday, there's a lot of companies that aren't even working, a lot of trucking companies. And I'm guessing they probably have a lot of accounts that, you know, aren't open on the federal holiday. We're back in a 10-speed. The truck I've been driving the last week is a 13-speed. I'm used to that 9-speed pattern. Now I gotta get used to the 10-speed pattern again. The truck has a little bit of a shimmy at 35 miles an hour. It's 81 degrees today. It's been gray and gloomy like this. We haven't gotten much rain here in town, but that's the only place I've been today. It's right here in town. I don't know what it's like on other parts of the island. It could be raining on the windward side for all I know. So the stuff that I like about this truck, it's an old think they bought these from Penske in the mainland. And considering this truck is 10 years old to only have 262,000 miles on it, that's to me that's not a lot of mileage for a 10-year-old truck. And I think one of the reasons is it's a big truck. And why have a big truck if you don't need it, you know? And as a result, I think 10-year-old big trucks aren't as desirable in the marketplace, and so you can get them at a good price. And this truck's got a wet line on it, so you can do low boy work if you want it. It's got the suspension for it. I like the fact it's a newer truck. I like the air conditioning's good, the radio's good, the seat's comfortable. So all of that I like. The two things I dislike the most is probably number one, it's a big truck. And most of our work, you know, that just holds you back because we're constantly working in tight areas. The place we're going right now is pretty tight. We're picking up. If we were dropping off, it would be a little bit more difficult. The second thing I don't like, it's not my full-time truck. It's here for a day, so somebody else's stuff in it, so you don't feel at home. Basically, you feel like you're in somebody else's home. So that's a little uncomfortable. But like I said, I used to do this all the time when I was a relief driver driving garbage trucks. Which, by the way, I delivered a container to the garbage company I used to work for. It's been bought up by a different company, but I actually met some mechanics there that remembered me. That was over 20 years ago. So now we're making our way up Ahua Street here. That goes underwater during king tide. So the salt water wears out the road very quickly. Things keep going the way they're going. My guess is that they're going to try to force me into one of the. We got 3 newer trucks to the company. The mechanics are registering and you know, checking them out, get them going. So they'll probably put me in one of those. Much like this truck, probably same age, but my guess is they're going to have more mileage because they're not big trucks. Usually the smaller trucks get used more. As a result, when they're 10 years old, they have more mileage than the bigger trucks do. We'll see. Doesn't matter. I just take one day at a time. So I guess the third thing I don't like about this truck is it's got this headache rack. We do very little flatbed work, so we don't really need a headache rack. I much prefer a gearbox to have chains and straps, breaker bars, winches, stuff that you can use to get yourself, you know, out of predicaments. Oh, and this truck also has one of those little knob things on the steering wheel. I do not like those. That would be the first thing I'd do if this was my full-time truck, is get rid of that little knob. Alright, so we're going back in this little alleyway here. Fifth wheel, so it'll lift this can right off the ground. That saves you a lot of work. Four-way flashers, lights. Now I can put on the fast idle, and that'll keep this thing likes to shut down after 3 minutes of idling. I think if you put the fast idle on, it goes for twice as long, 6 minutes. Smells like shoes. You know that smell when you get new shoes? Now 2:27. $125. Okay. I don't know what the clock's doing. Oh, you know what it is? It's 13:27. And this clock is like 3 minutes fast. So it's military time. 1 25. Keep track of the paperwork. The address. Brake check and we're on our way. Pass idle off. Oh, 4 ways off. I will leave the 4 ways on. The lights on. Looks good. Get out of here. So you can see how backing in here might be a little tight at times. It's a holiday. Like this trucking coming across the street here doesn't look like they're working today. I would go right, but because today's a holiday and there's no traffic, I'm going to go left because it's actually the quicker route. It's just it's a more congested way. Across the street there's a funeral home. way back to the shipping terminal, 7th movement. We started out the day at 8 o'clock because of the Aloha run. Found out we were driving this truck, so we took our time moving some of my stuff into the truck, which is primarily my clipboard and my lunch pail and gloves. That's about it. And then we took a load of dunnage from the big box into the shipping terminal. And then we picked up a load of lumber, took that over to a finished lumber distributor and stood by and offloaded. Took the flat rack back to the shipping terminal, at which point we picked up another flat rack of lumber back. It's a LTL of sorts for our terminal. So we take it back to our terminal, then it gets separated into smaller deliveries and goes out into the community. So we took that back. After that, we picked up that load of some hydraulic pumps for compactors. And we took it over to the garbage company that bought the company that I used to work for. Dropped that, and then they sent us up to the garment distributor to pick up an empty. Normally afternoons are spent picking up empties. Very common. Yeah, that's that shimmy I'm talking about. See that? A lot of trucks have that. And now we're doing this empty from the auto parts. And back to the shipping terminal. Yeah, it's easy run. Maybe 3.5 miles each way. Yeah, this truck is real comfortable, real smooth. It does have a real heavy-duty suspension, so it's not as cushy as the smaller trucks are. The big trucks have these heavy springs on them. Size motor, and I haven't really checked that. I'm sure it's over 550, maybe 600. I'm guessing 600. It really has some pep. Detroit diesel, that I know. That's what most of these trucks have nowadays. anchor in-gated. They want us to strip it off at strip pile 6, stack 26. We'll go get the pin locks unlocked. Bugs out of a truck in at least a year. This headache rack obstructs your view. started out from. Judging the size of this truck all day. Short trucks, less work. Shut them down. I think we're one of the last ones in today. There's no room in the yard. Turn that off. So yeah, we came in at 8 o'clock. We did 8 container movements and we drove 59 miles. I think this is the first time I've ever driven this truck, now that I think about it. Good truck. It's got somebody else's stuff in it, though. And I think this is the newest truck to the fleet, 356, but we just brought in 3 more. So there's 357, which I think I'm driving tomorrow, 358 and 359. So bringing in new stuff, and they're trying to get rid of a lot of the old junk. It's not an easy process. Mileage 262,702. To me, that's not a lot of mileage. Probably why this truck is in such good shape. Today is 17th. Truck's got a few, hiccups, but that's personality. All trucks have hiccups. It's got that little shimmy in it. Got a lot of rattles, but I think it's because he's got a lot of stuff in it. We're gonna head on home. We got salad made, we got soup made, and we got this what do you call it, baguettes. And it is raining outside. So it's kind of a soup and salad and crusty bread type dinner I got on my mind. And seeing how it's all leftovers, the soup's going to be better than normal, and the salad was made yesterday, and the bread was baked fresh yesterday, so it's still pretty good. That is what's for dinner. But that is it for today. Headed home. Thanks for watching. Aloha.